Why are you crying right now? What's wrong?
I know some of the things that are wrong with me, and I wish I had thought about that earlier, but I was afraid, and I didn't want to be. I didn't want anybody to know what was wrong with me.
Well, honey, all your friends know that you have Alzheimer's, and so it makes it easier for them to understand when you forget stuff. So it's not you. It's just part of it. It's like if you had a broken leg, honey.
Uh-huh.
Nobody would be upset with you if you had a broken. They wouldn't make fun of you if you had a broken leg.
That's
Well, the
right.
same thing is true with Alzheimer's. They
Uh-huh.
don't make fun of you. They don't think you're stupid.
Right.
They think you're a very brave woman. You know,
Thank you.
you are. Get through every single day. You stay bright and happy. And every now and then you get a little sad, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'd get a little sad a lot more often than you do if I had to deal with what you have to deal with. I think you get frustrated because you can't remember, you can't do things. If I tell you to look under the third shelf, you don't know where that is. Your brain kind of freezes up on you, doesn't it?
Um, what was it you just said before?
Well, that's what I mean. You had a hard time following me just then. Sometimes I'll tell you, right there, honey, it's right there in front of you. It's on the left. And you'll stare there and look at it, and you don't really know what I'm talking about. And you
Oh,
get frustrated because you can't get your brain to pay attention and do the right thing.
right.
It's a fight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't think you have to worry because I'm with you. I know what's going on with you. I take care of you. And little Smokey, he loves you as much as I do.
Smoke. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy that you've come to me and you know what's happening. I know. Just most of the extent. Uh, I don't know, you know, when I'm going to have somebody here.
Well, you've already got somebody coming in and helping me 3 times a week. Her name is Cheryl.
Yeah.
You and Cheryl have a good time together, and I go off and ride a bike
Oh, yeah, that's right.
3 times a week.
3 times a
So
week.
I have a little bit of help. And
Yeah,
the neighbors help out too. You know, the other day you got confused and you wandered over to the neighbor's house and wanted to know where I was.
I did.
Yeah. And they were so kind. They just took you by the hand and brought you back over here.
How lucky are we?
Really, all of our neighbors are like that, honey. All of
Yeah.
them. One, two, three, four, five, 6 people who live really close to us and watch out for you.
Uh-huh.
Love you very much. They remember all the kindness that you gave them, all the sweet things you've said to them. So see, all the good things you did all your life are coming back.
Yeah.
You get them back, see?
Yeah.
You deserve a good life.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm trying to give you, a good life. Okay?
Okay.
Well, this week was a doozy. It's been rough. It's been rough, especially the last 2 days. Two things are really just driving us crazy. She's had quite a lot of rectal pain and a lot of her, her female problems. I've been chasing that pain as much as possible, trying like crazy to figure out when she's really in pain and when she's just fearing that there is some pain to come, because there's definitely times when she gets the two confused. So it's been rough. The one of the things that happened, we headed out for a scooter ride this morning, and we didn't get far before Trish was having pain. So I turned around, we came back, I put on 2 layers thick of padding underneath her pants, and then put her pants back on. And we got back out again, and I realized it wasn't just pain; it was more fear of pain, and it was also she was going dark on me. She was definitely sad and wasn't having fun on the bike. So once again, I turned around, brought her back here, and we got off the scooter. It's really, I try to have a routine every day so that it's something for her to look forward to, and it's definitely something for me to look forward to. Riding on the scooter is a big deal to me. It's my recreation. I cannot do it without her, because if I'm gone, for example, yesterday I went outside to do some work. Usually she'll come out there with me. I always try to get her to come out there with me, but she was too hot, didn't want to come out, not feeling up to par. So I went out there and started working, and that's usually there's no problem with that. But yesterday, Trish got up out of the bed. The window was open. She could see right out. She could see me out there. But she got out of the bed. She freaked out. She thought I had left her. She wandered around the house. I guess she never did even look outside. I don't know what happened, but I do know that she ended up going over and knocking on the neighbors' doors. Not just one neighbor, but two neighbors. And my neighbors are very aware of Trish. They are absolutely the sweetest people. They are so kind. And she roused them, from what they were doing. And of course, they immediately understood what had happened. And so they brought Trish back here. It was two different sets of neighbors. And first, my next door neighbor, Richard, he came back here and said, "Hey, Trish is wandering, blah, blah." And immediately Trish realized that she just had made a mistake. Richard realized what had happened. And I apologized to him, because he's, I just don't want to bother them with stuff like this. But they were very diligent. He talked to Trish a little bit, settled her down. And then about 2 minutes later, Trish wanted me to work on some things for her vagina. She had some pain, and I was back there in her bedroom working on trying to help her. And the other neighbor walked in the house. She's an older lady named Gladys, and I'm glad she just walked in, because she knew it was a difficult situation. She has a hard time getting around, but she just came in the house, and she asked me what was going on, and I explained to her what had happened. She was very sweet. Gosh, Gladys is the nicest. She's a real elderly person who's struggling with a husband who's dying of prostate cancer. So these people have their own crosses to bear. So I don't want to add to their difficulties. So long story short, we made everything right. Everything was okay. Trish stopped being worried, and yes, I was really fried. I was very frustrated. I was hot, which takes about. When I get hot, my patience is very thin when I'm hot, and so I just told her, I said, "Honey, you gotta let me have a little bit of time to myself, and if you want to, you can come out here and watch me." And she just was all about apologizing. Just, "I'm so sorry. I'm such a burden," that. And I realized, oh God, I shouldn't be telling her I need time too. It doesn't make any sense, because she doesn't understand that. So I did the best I could to bring her around, make her understand that everything was okay. Brought her in here to this room and turned on Leave It to Beaver, one of those really early episodes where Wally's real young and Beaver's real young. And she started laughing, and she turned the page. There's a point at which, when I give her the quetiapine, that she turns the page, and that's what happened. She turned the page, and she was able to laugh, and then she drifted off to sleep. I was able to go back. This time I locked the door, put a sign on the door that said, "Trish, I'm in the back," so that she wouldn't try to get out the front door again. And fortunately, she never woke up. But I'm starting to think I'm going to have to get some locks for the inside of the door to keep her from going out. She doesn't wander. She goes out and goes right to the neighbor's house and says, "Where's Roddy?" And I hate to lock her in because she would really freak out if she couldn't go over. The next door neighbors to our right, the next door neighbors to our left. It's not just the next door neighbors, it's the neighbors 2 doors down, both of them. So everybody's watching out for Trish. And they're delighted when they can help us. But I know that I'm asking too much. So I'm going to double down on security, try like hell to not get impatient, because like I said, when I get hot, I don't have a lot of patience. I especially if my back is hurting. My back hurts quite often. And those two things get after me. Now, I was able to recuperate, and I made some, late in the day, yesterday, I made some spaghetti and meatballs, which is sort of my specialty. It's a really, really good recipe. It's, involves 2 different kinds of meat. Now, of course, those of you that know spaghetti, you know what I mean when I say 2 different kinds of meat. You go through a lot of trouble. Homemade sauce. I don't buy sauce. So that involved garlic and olive oil and all that. It was really delicious. And of course, Trish was very happy. She got some of that. We ate kind of early, I think it was about 5. And I made enough to where, not too much because I don't like to freeze it, but I made enough for leftovers. And good old little Smokey, I cut up some little noodles and some one little meatball and gave Smokey spaghetti and meatballs. And boy, he lapped it up. He was so happy. He was so happy. I don't know if I've mentioned my pet peeve, but my pet peeve is giving a dog the same food every day. It's like, well, that's a healthy thing. No, sorry. He's only on this earth for about 15 years. I want him to eat well. I want him to be happy. And no dog I've ever owned has been unhealthy. And no dog I've ever owned has eaten just out of the dog food. I always feed them every time I have something. Now, I try like hell to give the little man some vegetables every now and then, but we will not touch them. He will not touch any fruit. He won't even eat a cookie. So if you want to treat him, you wad up a little piece of cheese and give it to him. But Trish is, as soon as we sit down to eat, Trish is immediately saying, don't you want to give some of your food? Can I give some of my food to Toby? She calls him Toby. I don't know, honey, Toby's dead. I don't really do that. That would be cruel. Well, actually, she would laugh because she knows my sense of humor. We do kid around about dark things. We do. I say things to her, the other day we were in the kitchen and she asked me something and I said, if you weren't so hateful to me, why are you so hateful? And she just laughed. She laughed. She knew that was a joke. That could only be a joke. So she gets a big kick out of any time I say something derogatory toward her. We immediately have a laugh every time. And if you don't have a really solid relationship, a really good marriage, you can't really do that. You can't really make jokes like that. Like call her a bitch, things like that. She laughs it off. Are you kidding me? I mean, you bastard. And we really laugh at that. It's a funny thing to us. People who are afraid, I call them adult language afraid. They never use cuss words. But I'm a cussing Catholic. That's my background, So if you never use foul language in anger, then you can use it comedically, and then it is funny. But you can't use it in anger, And I don't even think to use it in anger. I might say shit if I drop a plate, but that's about the extent of it. Now, the dog is trying to get in, so I'm going to go over and let the dog come in here. I don't want him waking up Trish. He's sniffing at the door, so hang on a second. Come on, buddy. Come on. There he is. No, I'm not going to play with you. So now he's running around trying to grab toys and bring them up here so that I'll play with him. No, I'm not going to play with you. No. Let's just hope the UPS truck doesn't go by while we're trying to do this, because he'll go ape. I have learned I don't like dogs constantly barking when something goes by. So I've trained him to ease off the barking. I can't get him to stop, but the way I do it is I scold him. I sound stern, and I go over there and get between him and the door and kind of walk menacingly toward him. And that's the extent of the negative feedback. And it works. He starts whimpering. He comes over, comes close to me and sits next to me, puts a little head down like he wants me to pet him, He wants me to reassure him that I'm not mad at him. And it works like a charm. If I can catch it on video, I'll show you guys. You'll see it. It's really cute what he does. He's sitting where Trish, that's where Trish normally sits. Are you watching the door, buddy? Is that what you're doing? I think you're watching the door. Yeah, that's what you're doing, isn't it? Lately, when we watch TV, Trish thinks that these people are in the living room with us. And when the news is on and we hear distressing news, she says, we have to help these people. We have to get over there and help these people, Tries to intercede, especially if she hears distressing news. The things that happen on the news, she really loves to watch the news. It's a ritual for her. There are times when it really stresses her out. And we have to be careful what we watch now. If we watch, one of these really good whodunits, it's got to be a kind of a funny whodunit. Can't have a lot of violence, because she internalizes it and becomes very fearful. So we don't do that kind of entertainment anymore. We're watching a lot of Leave It to Beaver and The Rifleman and what was the other one that we watched? Oh yeah, Andy Griffith. The real early Andy Griffith, when Opie's so little and cute. Those scripts were much better written than later scripts. I think the writers were tired of that scenario after a while. But the early ones with Opie are just adorable. They're some of them are kind of tear jerkers, They did a really great job on those. As far as what I watch at night after I finally get her down, I lay with her for a little while, but my brain is too crazy and I can't lay there. So after I feel like she's asleep, I get up, I come in here, I lay down, and I watch various things. But one of the things that I've started watching lately that helps me go to sleep is these rare pictures of celebrities. And there's this beguiling music that plays over and over again. And I don't know why, but seeing great stars that were about my age or older, and seeing them young again, and beautiful pictures of them when they were 20 and 30 years old. Paul Newman when he was 35, I love watching those things. They're just wonderful. And that is what lets me recharge my batteries. If I have something mindless to watch, I can recharge my batteries, because Trish is increasingly becoming more and more work for me. It's become quite a task. And I do have Cheryl come in 3 times a week, she sits with Trish so that I can go biking with Julio, and Julio's my biking friend. We work out pretty good, but I think Trish and I are gonna start, because it's so hot out there and I can't get her on the bike anymore. I mean, I don't want to put her on the bike anymore. It's too hot. I have a hard time walking, but I think I'll do okay over there at the gym because it's cool. So I'm going to start taking Trish to the gym to walk. Not exercising is not an option. It's the one thing I've read and seen videos over and over again. It's the one thing that you can be sure will kill you, and that's not doing exercise and doing it regularly, meaning at least almost every day. We skip a few days every now and then, like when football's on, I veg out in front of the TV all day long. But Trish, here's the thing about Trish. Trish loves to watch football. She makes a point of watching football, and often she doesn't know what's going on, but she will engage and she will ask me questions, and it makes it a lot of fun for me. I still thoroughly enjoy watching football with Trish. It's more fun with Trish. So people who think that putting her in an institution is better for her are just simply wrong. She gets a lot more stimulation being here with me, a lot more stimulation and a lot more laughter. There just isn't an option for that. Now, I have looked into end-of-life things, and I know all about hospice. I'll get help at that stage. I'm sure I'll need it. But as far as other end-of-life things, I know I can learn to give injections. I know I can learn to give care for problems with bowel movements and those. In fact, I've already done that. So I don't think there are any skills. There might be some skills I need to learn, but my doctor, I keep consulting her along the way, and she says, "Okay, you want to learn? Okay, I'll help you." So we have a partnership. Her name is I want to call her Rachel Madhouse. Her name is Rachel Dr. Wolf, Rachel Wolf, and kudos to Rachel Wolf and her whole team of Vanderbilt doctors. They're spectacular. They're just wonderful. They keep me on track. So I know a lot of you want to give me advice, but I'll take it if you're a doctor, but I'm not going to listen to you if you're just another bozo on the bus. We're learning things as we go here. And Trish is certainly the perfect patient. If there ever was a perfect patient to figure out whether or not she can be kept at home throughout her disease, she's the perfect patient, because she just as dear as she can be. So I know that's a lot of bad news, and I know that you don't have gorgeous video to watch this time, but I felt like it was time to sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk with you guys, because some of you have been so dear. Some of the comments tell me that you've taken us into your home, that you basically let us become your friends, and you don't know how much it makes me excited to see all these comments, and that's it really does. It keeps me going. So go ahead and hit that comment bar and fly. And it's okay. It's okay to criticize me. I'm not saying you can't criticize me. I get it. But sometimes the criticism is, the idea that Toby needs goggles. I mean, that Smokey needs goggles is laughable to me, because I've ridden motorcycles all my life, and I've never ever bothered with any kind of eye protection ever. But that's another story. So, are we finished, Smokey? Looks like you're going to go to sleep. I've taken all the fun out of watching the door, haven't I? Bye.